everybody. Today I'm going to review Ryobi's 18-volt 1 Plus half-inch hammer drill driver kit. And this is really designed with the DIYer or homeowner in mind. It's looking for a good all-around drill, but they don't want to pay a ton of money to get one of the premium brands. Now what this is going to be able to do for you is drill into wood, plastics, metal, as well as concrete. And unlike a standard drill, it's very inefficient. Because it does have that hammering function, it can make holes in a cinder block, for example, very quickly and very cleanly. So what I want to do in this video is give you some closer-up looks at this. We're going to go over all the different features, and then we're going to go through a variety of testing so you'll be able to see firsthand the type of performance that it's going to give you. If you pick up one of the kits, what will be included is a tool bag, a 30-minute fast charger, 2 compact battery packs, the drill, a side handle, the owner's manual, a bit, as well as a depth rod. Here's a closer look at the drill, and I do want to point out that all the green that you see is very hard plastic, and then the gray portion extending around the grip, around the rear of the unit, as well as on the top is a softer rubber overmold. Now overall the dimensions on this are not overly large by any means. It's coming in 9 inches tall, measured to the bottom of the compact battery pack. And then from the rear of the unit all the way to the front of the chuck is another 9 inches. And it's 2.5 inches wide. Now it's also not very heavy and it's very easy to use, coming in at just over 3 pounds. On the base of the unit, underneath the grip, you will notice a few different things. Number one, we have a mag tray. Now this is going to be a magnetic tray, and any sort of metal will hold in place and it's not going to fall off of there. So let's say you're up on top of a ladder and you have some extra screws. You can put them on that mag tray and they are going to stay in place. Now you can see the bit right here actually goes in a little bit holder attachment that they have on the front. So when you're not using it, you can easily store it there so you don't accidentally lose it. And then in between the two, there's also an LED light. Now this does not have a time delay, but as you pull on the trigger, you can see that light up. And if you are in a low light situation, it really doubles as a flashlight, and it really allows you to line up whatever you're drilling into perfectly because you won't be working in the dark. Removing and installing the battery pack is extremely easy to do, and there's absolutely no way you can incorrectly install it. If you notice there's a large tab on the left as well as on the right, you'll press in on both of those at the same time and then just pull it right out of the bottom of the unit. And if you notice that very large post, that does extend into a hole in the bottom of the drill. You'll just line it back up, slide it into place, and when you hear the click, everything's going to be locked in and ready to go. The chuck is going to be a 1/2 inch all metal ratcheting chuck. And what that means is when you put a bit in place, you put it on tighten and then go ahead and lock it down around the bit. All you'll want to do at that point is grab onto the chuck, rotate it counterclockwise, and it's going to ratchet closed. Now as it does this, now the bit is perfectly secure and the drill is going to be ready to use. On the top of the unit is how you're going to adjust your different speed or power modes. Right now we're on speed or power mode 1, which is going to be a lower speed but higher torque mode, coming in with a maximum of 600 inch-pounds of torque. Now in this mode, it's going to have 0 to 375 RPMs, depending on how hard you press it on the variable speed trigger, and also 0 to 5,600 BPMs when you're on hammer drill mode. If you want some lower torque but higher speed modes, we can bump that up to speed or power mode 2. That will increase our RPMs to 0 to 1,600, and it will increase the BPMs to 0 to 24,000. Directly in front of the speed or power mode selector switch, you can see another tab that will move left to right. This will automatically change the different modes of the drill, and with it all the way to the right, you will be in drilling mode. That will override the clutch settings, putting full power from the motor into the bit. But let's say you want to drive some screws and you don't want to overdrive them or strip them out. You can put that on driving mode, and then you can use the clutch setting to really fine-tune the amount of power going through. Now you'll do that by taking the clutch ring, moving it left to right, and the higher the number, it means the more power is going into the bit. Now finally, if you are drilling into concrete or even stone, you can flip that over to hammer drill mode. But you never want to use hammer drill mode if you are drilling into metal, plastics, or wood, because it will not only mess up the bit, it will also mess up what you're drilling into. The side handle does not have to be used, but you can put it on the left or right hand side of the drill. Now the way it's actually going to attach is a bolt will go underneath of the actual housing of the drill, sliding into the handle, and then you'll twist it clockwise to lock it down. To loosen it up, all you have to do is turn that counterclockwise, and you can remove it in a matter of seconds. If we take a look at the depth rod that's included, you can see that most of the sides of it are completely flat. One has a little gauge and then the other has teeth. Now you do need to really put this in a correct way, otherwise it will not lock in place and it's just going to slide out the back. The part that has the teeth needs to face the outside of the handle because inside of here are teeth that will lock in. To install it, you'll just slightly loosen up that handle. It will release the tension off those teeth and then you can slide it in place. Then when you turn it clockwise, it will lock it down. And now it won't go anywhere. We can make uniform holes at the same depth and this rod is not going to move on us. To show you exactly how the depth rod works, I've set the depth that I want to drill. I line the bit up with the wood and you can watch the actual rod. When it hits, it's going to prevent the drill bit from going in any further. So at this point we can lift it back out and then make another hole directly next to it that's going to be exactly the same depth. The side handle is really not necessary for smaller holes, but if you are using something like a very large hole saw, it will give you a lot better control as you use the drill. Now using a fully charged compact battery pack, as well as a brand new 1/2-inch masonry bit, we're going to see how many holes we can put through standard hollow block on just one charge. Six 1/2-inch holes through standard hollow block on just one charge. If you need to run a line out of your basement to, let's say, run a security light or security cameras, you can also pick up one of these longer masonry bits. They're going to work exactly the same way, but it will allow you to poke through both sides of the cinder block without having to mark it and then go back outside and hope you line everything up. This is going to go through the inside as well as the outside portion. It's going to give you a clean shot to make your run. Now for a wood runtime test, I have a 5/8-inch self-feeding wood bit, along with a fully charged compact battery pack. We're going to see how many holes we can put through a standard 2x6 on just one charge. 129 5/8-inch holes through a 2x6 on just one charge. So now you've seen Ryobi's brand new 18 volt 1 plus half-inch hammer drill for yourself. Now keep in mind this is not going to be a professional grade tool. It does not have a brushless motor, and it's also a little bit larger than other ones that are on the market. However, if you are a DIYer or a homeowner, this would be a really good option for you because you can get the drill, 2 battery packs, and a charger for pretty much the same price as just one of the high-capacity battery packs alone from one of the other manufacturers. So if it's something you're not using on a daily basis, and judging from how much work we got done on one of the compact battery packs, it should be able to get whatever projects you're working on done on just one charge. Now that being said, you do want to keep in mind that the handle is removable. You don't have to leave it on full time, but if you are dealing with a larger hole or drilling into concrete, it's good to put on there so you'll have extra control. Switching between drilling mode, driving mode, and hammer drill mode is as simple as just taking the tab on the top and moving it left to right, and then that keyless ratcheting chuck will lock down your bits and they're not going to fall out. Now because this is a Ryobi cordless tool, it does have a 3-year warranty against manufacturer defects, and if you do run into a problem with it during that time, Ryobi will fix or replace it for you free of charge. If you like this video, please click like. If you like my channel, please click subscribe. And thanks for watching.